Hi dear Cancer, let us draw one oracle card for you which I have pre-shuffled prior. The game of love. Okay, you could see here a couple enjoying the beach. This is what could heaven look like if heaven is on earth and to a couple enjoying their time together. I can strongly describe this card. I describe this card as the honeymoon card. Perhaps you are in that milk and honey phase, could be recently married, dear Cancer, but could also be in a new relationship or enjoying your time together. Finally, lockdown is over, and perhaps if you have been staying away from your person, now has been the time that you could finally spend some quality time together, enjoying the moment, enjoying the beach, quite literally, and you are guided by Cupid and enjoy as you enjoy the moment together. One is sitting, relaxing by the beach. You could be dealing with a person who is exact opposite of you. You have different interests, but you just feel so happy and contented being with each other. Okay, the wheel of fortune. Let us get some tarot cards for you. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Cancer, November 2021. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message, or maybe a surprise reading if we would happen to have one. Maybe the message there would be the one for you. But if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. You are here for a reason. There must be something in here that you need to hear today. Okay, fate. Something may have happened that is not in your favor. Could be a series of unfortunate events, perhaps an argument, or perhaps conflict with your person if you're married. An underlying issue that has been recently been confronted, and you feel so helpless or powerless, but at the same time you could have tried your best to stand your ground and to assert your opinion, or to assert your point, your argument, to rest your case. Perhaps this argument, you quote unquote lost the argument with your partner. This could mean living in another place, transferring to another state. Perhaps you would want to stay here, to stay in your current home, but your partner doesn't want, or perhaps your partner is working away from you and you would want him or her to just stay with you. That kind of argument that is not really, perhaps taking turns, household chores, taking turns in terms of if you have a child, taking turns in babysitting your kid, and it's not in your favor. But I'm picking up on the energy that it's something that you are not. It is small stuff. It's not something to wallow about, but you could be, dear Cancer, since it is one of passive being passive aggressive is one of inherent traits of Cancer. I apologize, by the way, if I stutter or if I say words that are if I mispronounce words. English is not my first language, so I hope I could still make sense and you could still understand me. I hear a lot during readings and it's in my native tongue, and it's not Russian. It's not Russian. I just had a mistake with buying those cards. Anyway, it didn't work in your favor. There was an argument, or one of your inherent traits as a Cancer-born individual is being passive aggressive. You may have not expressed your desires to your partner, or to your husband, to your lover, to a point that it has blown out of proportion. And once it has blown out of proportion, there seems to be a blaming of some sort, and now you feel defeated that your person's argument is better, right, or right for the kid, right for the whole family. In a bigger picture, your person's argument is much better for all of you, and you resent the fact, you could resent the fact that you lost in that sense. Take note that this is me, not the cards. Take note that it is not coming from your pride and your desire to be right may not be coming from your heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. This is this card. What this card means. You may have lost, but yeah, it's just small stuff, and right now you are taking a break, or perhaps connecting with your inner self, connecting with your intuition, connecting with your emotions, perhaps working on your emotional intelligence, like how to be more patient, how to be more understanding. And this argument could be something that has encouraged you to reflect. Could also be this person who is connecting with your creative self, fantasizing about a better scenario for you, because it's humbling. I hear humbling. Perhaps this issue that has been I strongly feel that this has been resolved. It humbled you, it grounded you, and now you are grateful for this person in your life. You are grateful for these challenges, because what we expect may not be what the universe will give you. Perhaps you are getting over the fact that you weren't able to voice out your opinion quite early. Something happened unexpectedly. That is what I am hearing. Something happened unexpectedly around you, as far as your household is concerned, or as far as your love life is concerned. And it was something out of your control. It was something that is, perhaps there's some guilt, some sense of guilt around you, feeling that you could have prevented that. There's something that you could have done earlier, but you are at peace with that. I am strongly getting that there could also be a motherly figure around you. Could be your mother, a friend who is very nurturing, who has given you that virtual hug, virtual embrace, peaceful vibes for you to understand the situation, that you may have felt that you have been pinned to the ground, that you are unlucky, okay, in the past. Excuse me. What's wrong with you? Just kidding. In the past, there was an this is Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. Philanthropy card, wanting to give, and the equal harmony. In terms of wealth, finances, perhaps you have a lot of things going on in terms of your finances. Everything is stable, everything is working perfectly as far as your the physical realm is concerned. If not about finances, you've got a lot of things going on, more projects perhaps, or more money coming in, but you needed some rest. Perhaps you have been that person who lashes out on your partner and blames them for whatever it is that is happening around you. Emotional, your feelings were out of whack, but you are okay now. That is what I am seeing here. You used to be unsure, uncertain, regretful, unhappy, could be, even if you are wealthy. Even if you got all those checks, those money in order, you just feel you keep on wanting something more. Why do I feel that you were coming from, because your emotions were out of whack, you're coming from a sense of entitlement, if I may say. Perhaps you also feel that you've been working so hard and kind of belittling. I'm getting that belittling energy you towards your partner, and perhaps you are giving so much, you are exhausted emotionally, and your partner just cannot reciprocate that, at least from your perspective. And maybe you were in that point wherein you have questioned yourself for the decisions that you have made as far as your romantic life is concerned. And you've forgotten about play, perhaps. Sorry for that background noise. But right now, I strongly feel that you are, as you have this core card, oracle card, you are in that the game of love. Perhaps you have come to a realization or an understanding that sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, and you have no, there are forces that are outside your control, external forces outside your control, and you have to only to focus on what matters. Which is your balancing your heart space, seeking that emotional intelligence, and accepting the fate. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. It was a grounding experience. That is what I am hearing. Perhaps you have been wishing, wanting for something else, and you are blaming your partner for not being able to give that to you. Although you know for a fact that your partner could not really give that to you. For example, out of nowhere or out of the blue, you are wishing for a house, but you know to begin with that your partner cannot afford that, and so it's like finding something to blame, finding you just feel like hating on your person or hating on your partner without a reason, and you just like it. And right now something happened along the way, or along the along that path, and you realize that you are just this minute individual in the universe, and you are not the center of the universe. That is what the energies I am picking up on here. Much like, I think it's a Virgo or Libra. You have everything but you want more. You have everything but you're unhappy. You could have experienced along the lines of those. Perhaps you're also at a point in your life wherein you are reassessing where you are at. Would I grow my business? Would I change careers? Would we create more babies? Would I get married? Reevaluation of priorities in life, perhaps because something in the past may have gotten you to some place that you wouldn't want to be, or perhaps you have you are in that point wherein perhaps you wished for marriage. Now you are married and then you want more. Yeah, let's get outcome or advice for you by the universe. Outcome or advice. What's wrong with you, Cancer? I said what's wrong with you, Cancer, because it seems like you are in that roller coaster of life experiences. It could also be roller coaster of emotions, but exactly just like a wheel of fortune, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and this is exactly what I could see here in your cards. You experienced something in the past that brings you that resentment or perhaps unhappiness, but you have everything with you. I mean physically, but you are asking yourself, what else could I do? What else what else do I have to do, what else can I do to make myself happy. And then something happened that made you feel or made you realize, like an invisible slap on your cheek, telling you that you have to appreciate what you have. you're like a you are like this person playing around and not knowing where to go. I am kind of seeing this as a future energy, or what you are working on: emotional intelligence, receptivity, empathetic energies, sensitivity, connecting with your heart, deep connection, determining what is essential for you, evaluating what is essential for you. Your past situation and the present seems to be intertwined, in a sense that you have this going back and forth of your values, your evaluation of your values, your priorities, and what you really want in life. Advice or outcome. Stop fooling yourself. I can easily say that this could be a person from your partner, who for some of you may be cheating on you, but for some of you will cheat on you. For some of you, for the most part, I am picking up on the energy that this is you. Stop fooling yourself, as I have mentioned. Or perhaps you are wanting to get into something like a dirty business of some sort, or wanting to venture into something because you are bored perhaps with where you are. You would want to explore something naughty. I remember my friend who was quote unquote bored in his love life, and so he agreed with his partner's request to have a threesome, bring in another person to spice up the relationship. That could, some of you may resonate with that, but chase after what you want. 6, harmony, working on harmony, harmonizing relationships. Success. I strongly feel that this has an big factor in this success, in terms of your romance, or in terms of your perhaps sex life, or spicing up your relationship with your person. This, as I've mentioned, this could be you working on your emotional intelligence, determining, evaluating what is essential for you, and visualizing it coming from your heart space, and working on your emotions. Could be that, or this could be a mentor, a female friend. Your mom could be an older friend who is a woman, someone with a feminine energy and a nurturing energy, receptive energy, empathetic, and they are inspiring you to somebody you admire perhaps, or a mentor who shows you or makes you feel inspired, and work on yourself, reflect on your pride. Reflect on your pride, and reflect on what you are fighting for, which could be in vain, fighting for something in vain. Okay, let's strike that balance. You may come to an indecision. If there was an argument, or this conflict has something to do with your negotiation on which place to go, or perhaps I strongly feel that in the future you wouldn't give a budge. Maybe it would be swept under the rug. It may not be completed. This is a a dead end. not arriving at an agreement. But see, I have mentioned that your past seems to be, if it seems to be the trajectory of your story is like that. It's like a roller coaster ride. You are up in the past, and then you are down, and then next thing you know, you are up. You will succeed with whatever it is that you are wishing for or working on. You will succeed with that. And I guess it's about time for you to accept perhaps that this is the nature of your, it's a roller coaster ride. It is the nature of relationships. It is the nature perhaps of your love life, and perhaps there's some resistance from your end because you just want everything to be smooth sailing, but now you are coming to an understanding that it is not. Look at you. This is you. Look at that stare. It's having that condescension, and the universe slapped you in the face, and now this is you. You are being slapped, spanked, being put to putting things into perspective. That is what I am getting. You have been put to the somebody, this person may have told you something which put things into perspective. It's generally a positive reading for you, dear Cancer, because no relationship is perfect after all. Could be a roller coaster ride, so just enjoy the process. Perhaps it's part of the process. Maybe you would want to escape. You would want to venture into something that you haven't tried before. Go on a risk-taking venture, go away or whatever, blossoming into something, pure nature. Perhaps you may have gone through grief, as I have mentioned, disappointment in the past. Something happened that stripped you all of what you perceive to be as your glory, and you feel like you are pinned to the ground, as if you were left alone in the dark. But you are blossoming into somebody that you're meant to be. A recognition of your inner beauty, a recognition of yourself. Finding that grace for you to flourish and to develop into somebody that is more mature. Being in recognition of your values, of your core self, of yourself, of your inner self, of your inner glory, so that you could genuinely share your truest beauty to others. Rediscovery of the self. Your recognition of your past mistakes, of what life experience is grounding you or humbling you. Recognition of that, recognition of your mistakes, standing your ground, but at the same time knowing your place in the world. That would allow you, or that allows you, that recognition and gratitude for that, whether you are the one being darted, whether you are pinned down on the ground, or whether you are the successful one. It adds up to that blossoming, or it adds up to that grace and recognition of your truest beauty. Okay, wonderful reading, dear Cancer, and continuation is in the link in the description box below. I hope to see you next time. My name is A, and one more Oracle guidance card in the link in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.